This current news brief is brought to you by City Auto Plaza. Make City Auto Plaza your first stop and give us the opportunity to earn your business. City Auto Plaza, your hometown dealer.
Item number 7 is citizens' request to speak to City Council.
We have several written requests to address the council on items not on tonight's agenda. The first comes from Russell Hickman in regards to the police department.
Thank you. My name is Russell Hickman. I'm the regional president of the Fraternal Order of Police, commonly referred to as the FOP. It's a nationwide professional public safety organization of roughly 398,000 members nationwide, 4,500 or plus here in Colorado. My local represents members from 5 area public safety agencies. I know many of you, but I wanted to get acquainted and introduce myself to others that I have not yet met. I have a feeling that myself and my team will be spending a lot of time here in Cañon City monitoring the situation going on with the Department of Police. But primarily I want to thank the city administration for their past action of authorizing an external audit, or as we call it, a staff inspection. And I think that's complimentary. There's a lot of issues going on, and you responded to the complaints of a vast majority of the police department employees, sworn as well as non-sworn. And I also want to compliment you for taking the initiative to indicate that you will be relying on an external investigator to come in and do an impartial and fair investigation as to things that are allegedly going wrong within the Department of Police. But I want to assure you that the members of the FOP from the Cañon City force are anxious to get this over with and resolved as quickly as possible so that morale may be back to where it was, the reputation of the police may be restored to where it was when I first moved out to Colorado several years ago, and that the business people, the residents, their guests and visitors of this good city, can get the best service possible from the Department of Police. And I think the City Commission or the Council is certainly on that track. And that's all I wanted to say at this time. Thank you for your time.
Our next comes from Paula Shagley regarding Chief Duane McNeill.
Good evening. Thank you for this opportunity. I know most of you, I'm Paula Shagley, 441 Field Avenue here in Cañon City. I know most of you know me pretty well. I'm usually a woman of quite a few words, but I'm never here before you. But I do feel very passionate about what I do speak about this evening regarding Chief Duane McNeill and the impact that this has had on him and also in our community. Basically, what I feel that this has been so much a trial by media on Chief McNeill, and that I think is what's bothering me the most in this whole ordeal that has been going on. For the first time in the 40 years that I have lived here, worked here, and I've been involved with countless nonprofits here, the projects here in Cañon City, I am just so saddened and I'm concerned and I'm really ashamed of what we are putting 2 wonderful people through right now. And when I say 2 wonderful people, I mean by not just Chief McNeill, but his wonderful wife that sits behind or beside him through all of this. He's not going through this alone by any means. I'm really just wondering, why did this ordeal get this far? I have so tried to understand it through all the countless readings that I'm doing. I am purging through all the Googling I can, all of the reports. I just don't get it. I haven't seen or heard anywhere where there are actually any illegal actions by Chief McNeill. That right there is so troubling to me. One of the points that was mentioned in the audit, and I keep hearing about this coming forward, is the Chief's relationship with other law enforcement entities. Well, I've had the privilege of reading all of these letters that have come back to Chief McNeill from those entities, and I have seen they have been long letters, they've been genuine, they haven't just been 1 or 2 words, they've been very personal. Very genuinely supportive of him and obviously written from their hearts. It's just becoming apparent that there are just a lot of disgruntled people behind this movement, and I'm just really having wondering if a lot of this is just all boiling down to one word, and that's accountability. I'm just sad that we might lose some fine people like some McNeills from our community over this. I would like the record to know here that something that the McNeills do not personally exploit. You would never hear them talking on this, but I know from a personal level with them that they have given more in contributions to the local nonprofits than most people here in Cañon City make in a year of salary. This is called an investment in their community, and we have thanked them by trial, by media. So I was just hoping that perhaps people involved in the situation could be much more professional. Maybe they could have had earlier intervention. If you saw communications problems surfacing earlier, what is wrong with trying to preserve and retain what we do have? I just can't understand this. I've been a victim's advocate for the police department for several years. I've been called out day and called out night on numerous things, from altercations, even clear to suicides that have happened. And I cannot recollect even one single case I've been called out on that didn't have drugs, alcohol, or even weapons that have been strongly associated with these cases. Do I think that Cañon City needs strong, stern leadership in law enforcement? I think the answer is really obvious. Andy of Mayberry would not be able to keep the gangs and the drugs at bay in a Mayberry of today. So what can be done at this point to restore, to repair the damaged emotions and the professional relationships now? I just don't know, but I'm hoping that a miracle will surface. But thank you so much for the time and allowing me to bring this forward. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming out this evening.
Our next request comes from Holly Fulton.
Mr. Mayor and Council, thank you so much for your time. My name is Holly Fulton, 89 Eagle Crest Loop here in Cañon. As a citizen, I am very, very troubled with the way the police department audit was handled. Why wasn't Chief McNeill allowed to respond before the audit was released to the media? And by the way, who authorized and released the audit to the media? I'm even more troubled about the allegation of sexual harassment airing on Channel 5 and again with Mayor Greer's interview with the Cañon Current. This is a serious, very serious allegation that, even if proven untrue, could affect this man for the rest of his life. Was this allegation passed on to the appropriate parties so an investigation could be initiated? I didn't see it even mentioned in the audit. I read it twice. Why was the chief's computer seized? And what is it that's being searched for? Or is this just a witch hunt? Who authorized the search? Who's doing the search? Is anyone else in the police department having their computer searched? I hope the investigation prompted by the audit is conducted fairly and independently. Unfortunately, our chief's reputation has already been destroyed. I thought in this country we were innocent until proven guilty. We the voters will be watching the outcome, and if the chief has been unfairly targeted, we will hold you accountable. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.